Hello, Adam. So, your new film Tape, quite something. Now, for anyone who's not had the pleasure of seeing it yet, what is it about?
Well, good to see you, Simon. Tape is about a very, very intense story surrounding three characters who constantly accuse each other of doing certain things, and they formed strategies prior to the film to kind of rip off the layers of each person, rip off their defenses. And the objective is kind of to get confessions out or to get the truth out. And throughout that process, a mixed web is weaved, and at times you're not even sure if your character is still doing what they originally were doing, or if someone are you actually achieving what you really want to achieve. You obviously set out to do something, but what is this mismatch? But at the end, it makes sense. So that's to Steve Belber for writing a fantastic play.
Now, the first thing I wanted to ask you about was for English speaking audiences, this is a foreign language film.
Indeed.
Now, your first language, I understand, is English, and yet this is all in
That's
Cantonese, which strikes me as an incredibly difficult language to learn. How did that come about, and how difficult is it to learn Cantonese, if I've got the language
uh,
right?
I don't know all the languages in the world, but Cantonese is certainly a very difficult language to learn because little deviations in your enunciation, and you could be swearing like every second word. Or it's one of those languages that you just know if it's kind of like Italian. You try to speak Italian, Italian or French for that matter. You just know if you're a foreigner speaking it. And I accepted this script because Cantonese scares me to my bones. Like when I was young, I heard it. It was very scary. I said something like, "This, language. I'm never going to say it again. I don't want to deal with it. I'll just speak English." And what happens 20 years later? I had to relearn everything I swore that I would never need to learn. I mean, that's life, isn't it? So it is extremely difficult. And thank the Lord, I actually studied Cantonese before this, so I had a base to work off. But still, Selena, have you actually seen the film? The Amy in the story, Selena, she's a trooper. She actually recorded all our lines for us. She helped rewrite the Cantonese version, so she
Oh, wow.
did that. That's dedication.
Yeah.
For like all three characters, she did all that, and she voiced. She showed us a particular app she used, and we could listen to it. We didn't have to just read it. It sped up the process a lot because there is a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
And actually, when that happened, just a side topic, just quickly, when that happened, I was listening to her talk all the time, and when it came to do rehearsals, she was like, "Why are you talking like me? Why has Winston turned into a feminine version of yourself? Stop that!" And it's just something that happens when you learn something nonstop. You just pick up certain things that you don't even know. That's the beauty about acting. So yes, it was a very difficult script, but got through. And yeah, if you're local, you might hear little problems, but it's a foreign language for you. So
Look, I can barely string a sentence together in English, so I'm not the person to pick up on your Cantonese in any way. But so then let's go on to your characters. Your character is Wing,
mm,
and he's a little bit disreputable, to say the least of it. And in this, he is a drug user. And on screen, he smokes cannabis, snorts cocaine. One of the questions we've had from our readers is, what actually is that your character is snorting, and is meant to be cocaine? Is it
now,
not incriminating in any way?
I didn't do anything. Um, First of all, our budget could not afford the real stuff. I've looked it up online, and apparently that stuff's really expensive. So we had to design something. The props guys and had to design something that looked like it and behaved like it. And as an actor, we have to make it look like the real thing.
Yeah.
Most difficult was the smoke rings because that was oregano,
Oh, really?
and
Right. Okay.
it wasn't even mixed with cigarette or anything. So I'm sure a man of you know what a cigar is, right? And how it's thicker than a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the oregano doesn't do that. It's so thin and it kind of burns your tongue. I guess it's different for everyone, but it burns your tongue a bit. And for me, that was really difficult to blow those smoke rings, especially when it gets into your eye. It's like onions. It just makes you tears. So that was to get that scene. I'm sure you've seen the trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
That one ring to come out. It took a very long time, and I'm glad the cinematographer DOP actually allowed me to do that. You know, because we were in a very tight schedule, 6 days. Now, get to the good stuff. Snorting the cocaine. This one was, they assure me that it's vitamin B. And let me tell you, it gave me a huge headache. And every single time, because the director wanted it perfect. Bashan, he's a bit of a perfectionist. You got to snort it. It's got to go up the right way. And I got to have that feeling. So we did at least over 8, 9 takes for this sort of thing. And every single time I'm like, am I going to end up in hospital from snorting vitamin B? Never
OD
really
on
read anything
vitamin
about
B,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a vitamin. I don't know. I'm still okay. I mean, my eye twitches every so often. I don't know if that affects it. It's from that though.
Right, okay. Before we get into any sort of dodgy grounds where legality starts getting involved, let's change the subject.
Yeah, moving
Now,
on.
moving quickly on. So there's also, you get a fight scene in this, and
Yes.
it's not the usual kind of highly choreographed kind
Mm.
of John Wick style kind of stuff that we normally see. So how difficult is it to shoot that scene without either of you injuring yourselves?
Well, luckily, Kenny and I both do a lot of gym, and Kenny's like a really, really muscular man, and when he like buffs up his shoulder, I can really lay into him, and it won't hurt him. I'm kind of the same too, so we kind of know each other. So that wasn't the most difficult thing. I think one of the most difficult things in the fight scene was when we had to roll onto the floor because there was no mats there,
It's a
and
hard surface, isn't it? Yeah.
it's a very, very hard surface. So it was either his arm or my arm. And there's no way we are going to rock, paper, scissors who's going to be on the bottom. You don't know.
Yeah.
So luckily, we only got minor bruises, and like you said, it wasn't choreographed. So it was very real and raw. And by that time, because I think that was like the, I don't know, 3rd or 4th day when we did the fighting, our emotions were quite real at the time when
Yeah.
we hadn't had enough sleep. I really do, at moments hate this guy, and I'm sure he doesn't like me either. Why are you questioning? Why are you putting me through this? And it kind of just came out. But having the security that he's muscular, I'm muscular as well, and we can really lay into each other. That there's a security there, and
Well, it's good to know that you will suffer for your art then.
well, well, I thought the blowing smoke rings kind of did that already.
Now, interestingly, Richard Linklater is shown as
Mm,
executive producer on this.
mm.
I'm just wondering how much involvement did you have with him?
Not too much. I only hear what he says through Bishan or through the AD, what they kind of think about it, and what they've told me. From what I heard, he has positive reviews that we didn't ruin his film, which I love. I absolutely love his depiction. The Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Robert Leonard.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that depiction, and I hope we do it justice. Because when I was scrolling through Blockbuster, I saw this random film, and it looked like it was going to be funny. It actually wasn't that funny, but there was a dark humor to it.
Yeah.
I really, really like that film. So I hope, I hold my hand on my heart. I hope he enjoys, from what I heard he does, but I hope he actually does enjoy our depiction. Hope we didn't, I hope the apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
So then finally, then Adam, there is a line in this film, which is
Don't ask me to repeat it.
no, 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 no. But there's a line in the film, and the line is, "Have you ever done something you've regretted?"
Uh,
So I'm going to ask you, have you ever done anything that you've regretted?
I think we all have. I would be lying to say to you I didn't. But I think that's the thing about growing up. that's what this story is about. It's about maturing and to kind of learn generally what is accepted socially and what is not accepted socially. And I think it's a hard lesson. You either watch a good film like this, or you have to learn it the even harder way through life. And I would much rather watch it through a film or reading it through a book or learning it in some classroom than to go through it in real life. And this film kind of gives a voice to those people who are scared to speak up, or feel that, you know, maybe what's happening to me I deserve. And that's kind of where this film kind of steps in. No, you don't deserve to be hurt. You don't. That's not. We're not all meant to be. You know, things aren't supposed to be forced onto us. You know, we need to be able to make choices, and to be able to say no, or tell someone that that's not what it's supposed to be. That's how I feel about the whole thing.